good to go? Okay, perfect. All right, guys. Welcome to Switching Gears, our brand new podcast with me and Mr. Houston himself.
Your co-host.
Your co-host. We have our guest host here today,
Hello.
Bree, and we have our guest. What's your name?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Yes.
Adrian with us. He's very, very, very known in the UCF area, and we're gonna keep rolling from there. So check it out.
Not very well known.
Our podcast is. How would you explain our podcast?
I'd say that our podcast is a clean, fitting, motivational, inspirational, enlightenment, as well as fun, weekly basis of whatever you may want to call it.
I got you. So basically how this came together was we decided that we wanted to do kind of like a show podcast type thing where we brought influential people around UCF, whether it's athletes, social media influencers, or just like interesting people like Adrian, to come in and just talk about their life and what it means to live in sixth gear, I guess you can say, and just honestly spill the tea. That's what we're doing.
We're going to be spilling a lot of tea.
We're going to be spilling the tea.
Yeah.
And that's what this podcast is going to do. So what you can expect for the next coming months is us bringing different individuals on, and having the most important thing is we're going to have a time, but we're also going to have very serious talks as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
People coming from the UCF, Orlando, and Florida area as a whole, that's mainly what we're trying to push for. Trying to be one of the biggest podcast hosts and co-hosts coming out of the East Coast. That's one of our biggest mission statements here.
Yeah, so 100%. What we're going to start with before we get into Adrian, because I know Adrian, he talks a lot, so he has a lot to say. So before I can, he doesn't stop talking.
That's incorrect.
That's very true.
Incorrect, Your Honor.
Yes. Listen, I just want to say, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge
I
fan.
completely forgot about that.
I'm a huge fan. Adrian, number one fan. Ever since his stint on YouTube, I've been a huge fan. I made an Instagram account for him.
Wait, where'd you buy that?
I printed it. I made it myself. If you want to buy it, there's gonna be merch because YouTubers put links in the description. So I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna put a link for an Adrian Fathead. Okay, enjoy. Listen, I'm gonna keep bringing this out. All right, like and subscribe because I have this. So check it out. Before we start, I'm gonna talk about how we created Switching Gears, and basically how it was. I wanted to make a podcast. I knew I'd be a good fit for it, obviously, and I want to find someone else.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah, self-proclaimed. And I want to find someone else who can kind of match my energy and also can talk and was eloquent and was intellectual. And I had met Jaylen because we were in different fraternities and we competed against each other in different competitions. And I'd always known him, but we'd always talk crap to each other when we saw each other. And I was like, who can I get in this podcast? And then one day I was out at a local bar, inebriated, and I saw Jaylen, and I was just like, Mr. Houston, and I saw him, and I went up to him. I said, hey, Jaylen, listen, I know you're really getting into the acting and stand-up comedy. I want to talk to you about something. He was like, yeah, 100%. I really want to get into any opportunity I can. So I texted him. We met, and Switching Gears became a thing. And he came up with the name, and he's been kind of doing something similar with the IGJ talks, talking about real issues that people deal with that people don't want to talk about, and also dope things, which we're going to talk about today. But we're going to it's going to be a good mix, a fun mix, keep you guys interested, but also there's going to be things that we're going to talk about that are going to get serious, and it's things that people need to hear. So that's pretty much the intro to Sixth Gear. Do you have anything else you want to say before we keep going?
Oh, yeah, definitely. As you said at the very end, it's going to be things that people need to hear, people want to hear, even things that people don't know that they need to hear. They don't want to talk about themselves. And we're going to really be on here just touching on all those topics. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, so this is Bree.
Hello.
She's our guest host. She might be permanent. She's my granddaughter.
I am Sauce's Jay.
Whoa.
Is my G. Is my grandpa.
I'm her grandpa, so I want to, she's super smart, super pretty.
You have to explain the grandpa to people that don't know what Greek life is.
Adrian,
Right.
Did I say you could talk, bro? Jesus Christ.
He makes a good point.
I'm kidding. Adrian's my guy, bro.
I'm in Katie.
Oh, wait.
And my dad is Julian, and then Jay is in that line of the fam. So yeah, that's how we became related.
And fraternities, it's just you take a little, girl little, guy little, and then blah, blah, blah. And basically, I'm just super old.
It goes
is what you're
on
trying to
forever.
say. I'm super old. I'm losing my hair. I'm super irrelevant. Keep moving forward.
Wait. That intro was really good, by the way. Keep going, though.
Okay, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. So, she's our guest host. we're gonna have a time with her, and then our guest for the day is, drum roll please. Let's get a little drum roll. YouTube sensation, Instagram sensation, frat star for a country fraternity, Adrian Garcia.
Already, yeah. Happy to be here.
Can you
Happy to be here.
can you
Happy to
introduce
have you.
yourself? Let us know what you're about.
Yeah, so I'm actually from Miami. I grew up there till I was about like 11 or 12. Moved to Orlando. Met you guys at UCF. Just met you tonight. So we'll keep talking. But yeah, so just sports, fitness, film, photography. So photography and film became kind of like a hobby when I was like 18, 19. And then I realized a lot of my buddies were doing it, and we were kind of doing it for fun. And then eventually we were like, well, we can get paid to travel pretty much. So I kind of just took it more serious when I was about 20, 21, started researching more, getting involved with castings and auditioning, improv stuff. And yeah, that's actually how me and Jaylen got even more closer, because we actually started doing improv together. And then we just filmed a skit that I'll talk about a little bit later, along with some other skits that are, there's a thing that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But yeah, so basically kind of doing more stuff with film and photography at the moment. So
You want to know something funny? You know what? Like,
no, I don't.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna tell you anyways. You know I hated your guts when I met you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
No, actually, I didn't know that. By the way, I didn't. But keep going.
yeah. So I hated Adrian, and the reason for hating Adrian was my little, or G little, whatever, and her big, had an issue with Adrian over his ex-girlfriend.
Mine?
No, Julian's ex-girlfriend.
Okay. I was like, I didn't hear.
Julian's ex-girlfriend. This is from my perspective, okay?
Yeah, because I'm gonna go in. So you finish your perspective.
So he was a tad bit flirtatious. I want to say intentionally. He wrote their fraternity. We won't name fraternities. Wrote messages, personalized messages to everyone, and he personally wrote one to my G Little's girlfriend.
I knew her, dude.
That was you.
No, you didn't, bro.
Keep going. Finish the
still
story
can't
so I can get
believe
into
it.
it. Finish your story.
So,
or your perspective.
So he personally wrote a message, very flirtatious. When I saw it, I was like, yo, this is rough.
Hurry up and finish. I'm about to get pissed.
So wrote the message, and Julian was very upset, obviously. And every time they would see each other, they would hug and kiss each other on the cheek, and they knew each other from way back when. They were family friends, whatever that means. And basically, we were rival fraternities. We were going for the same sorority, and we just didn't like each other. And
Yeah, you didn't win. You didn't win that. By the
No,
way.
we didn't win that. Not my fault, but just didn't win that.
That was actually my fault.
Yeah, it's
We
his
won.
fault that
Anyways.
he won. But whatever. So listen, I'm still getting over that, but that's besides the point. So we all kind of wanted to fight him, including everyone in the Six House except for Alex. And Alex went up to him one day and kind of like said, "Hey, listen, man, this is what's kind of going on. This is what's happening."
Because he has a brain.
Yeah, exactly. And wait, what are you trying to say?
No, keep going.
Okay, let's keep going. Basically cleared the air and came explain it to me, and I was like, all right, so he's actually a chill guy. I met him at a formal, right, or semi, something like that.
Yeah, we drank together.
Yeah, we did. We were inebriated together, and I found out he was from South Florida, and we really clicked. And since
Then we played ball.
then we played ball together, and then
That's when.
we became friends.
Yes. Your perspective.
My perspective.
Things where I'll go real quick because
We have a lot to talk about.
All right, so Stephanie was just this person, bleep that out, was just a friend.
Bleep that
Was just a
out.
friend. So this person was just a friend, but I knew it would get you guys kind of mad if I wrote a letter to her. Obviously, it's gonna get someone
Intentionally,
mad.
like I said.
Well, it was just funny though. I just basically said I got her a get well soon card, because she was dating him. So it was like get well soon card. Is that not funny though?
No,
I mean-
it was hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
so,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
obviously it's your boy. I get it. All right. So then I did that, but then it was like a serenade roast. So I roasted like her, or yeah, that's the part you guys missed. It wasn't just her. It was like we did
Oh.
that. Then I did like 5 other people, 5 other girls.
I didn't know
So
that.
you guys didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So I did that, and then Falcon just came up to me and just was like, he cleared the air, and I was like, dude, look, this is what happened. It was a misunderstanding, and then me and him just talked about it, and he came up to me. This is when he was like super ripped. So I was like, this guy's pretty big. So he came up, thankfully, like hugging me. I was like, God, thank God. Like, I'm a big guy, but I'm not that big. But yeah, so, and then now we're all boys. So
That was such a big deal. I remember that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I feel like Julian like had a lot of gripe. Like he was like very like pissed.
He was not having that at all.
He was
thought. I mean, from an outsider's point of view, I think it was pretty funny.
yeah, the thing is, like, I didn't know him. Like, I didn't know him though. Like, I didn't know him at all.
It
So I was
wasn't
like,
personal
oh.
for you. For you, it was just kind of like you were
He
like,
thought it was personal.
like we were literally at that semi, and I remember like me and Alex like, yo, come meet Adrian. Like he's super chill. And I was like, yeah, I'll come meet him. And then I left, and then Julian was just like, yo, you talking to Adrian, bro? Like, yo, like we gotta go right now, dog. Like let's go. I'm like, yo, Juice, it's okay, bro. Juice, I love you.
But to
Great
be fair, I
times.
didn't start it. Julian started it.
I mean, that's Julian.
He was mean to me.
Julian, I mean, hopefully we can get an apology somewhere down the line.
What did he call you, fat?
Yeah, he called me fat. No, he didn't call me fat.
But
yeah, we're boys now. We're all
Yeah,
boys.
we're all good. We're all good now. And so basically, we wanted to bring in Adrian for a couple of reasons.
Start off.
Mainly his stint on YouTube, and he was a star.
That's a good word.
He was a star on YouTube. Let me tell you, on a channel that had 1.35K followers. You guys may know about it. Probably not. But if you do,
I hope not.
it's called Neighbors and Friends. You heard about this?
I've heard the name somewhere.
Have you watched-
Once or
have you
twice
watched
down the
it?
line. I think I've watched a few episodes. I don't think I know.
I'm sorry.
I have watched a few episodes.
I'm sorry for that. Bree, have you watched
I've
it?
never seen it.
Don't.
I've never seen it, but I'm going to tonight. I'm going home and I'm watching it.
Okay, Adrian, anything you want to say before she does that?
Yeah. Don't watch it. Well, actually,
He's the nice guy in it, low key.
I, for comedy purpose, would advise
oh my God.
everyone to watch it because it was a time.
It was.
Can you give us? I want to know.
Dive in.
This is what I want to. This is like what I
You want some tea, right?
No, I mean for sure. I want some tea. But before I get the tea, I want to know, how did you even get into the show? Like, I saw your intro video. You were like walking, your hair was flowing. You're walking down the stairs of your fraternity. You like made a layup. Super
That
good
was
job,
so
though.
sick.
Super good job.
Such a good layup.
He
First of all, it was like
sexy.
The
anyways.
finger roll was amazing.
Let's hear it. I want to hear the backstory of how you got into it, and then when you got there, the tea.
Okay, so basically, I thought it was a joke at first. My buddy texted me, and he sent me their Instagram thing. It was like College Weekly. College Weekly had posted something about it. So
They sponsored the show.
Yeah, for those that don't know who College Weekly, just look them up. It's like the Greek life page. It's more Florida than anything. Florida based,
East
all that,
Coast.
Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was Dickie that actually sent it to me. He's like, "Yo, you should look this up, look into it." And I was like, "Okay, this is spring." It was during spring break, so I was like, "Okay, well, there's no way I'm gonna get in this." So there was like an application. So I like filled it out. It had funny questions, awkward questions like what's the most funniest thing you've had with the opposite sex, Chipotle or Chick-fil-A. What's your hidden talent?
They asked you what that Chipotle, Chick-fil-A.
And I said Chick-fil-A.
Okay, good job.
Yeah, exactly.
glad you picked it.
Exactly. So then, but I think the reason why I got on was because for my hidden talent, I knew I was like, well, if I'm going to stand out, I have to say something absurd, right?
Hidden talent right here.
So I said, I will out-chug anybody you know, including you reading this. So I remember writing that. And I was like, I figured I'm decent at chugging, nothing crazy, but that's exactly why they wanted me on. So I already saw, though, when I submit that, they had 3 guys and they already had their 4 girls. Carly Maurer was actually supposed to be on that, which I think she was too young. So then they told me, this was like a Wednesday. They're like, hey, we already have our people, but if someone backs out, we'd love to have you. I was like, I didn't even think that they were considering me. Then they FaceTimed me. They went over all this stuff. They like interviewed me. Even still then though, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this. So I think it was like a Thursday. For some reason, a lot of my buddies and I went to Gilt. My buddy from South Florida came up to visit me. And then they messaged me at like 11 saying, hey, this guy dropped out. We want you to do it. So then I was like, okay, well.
Wow.
Golden opportunity.
Yeah,
right
I was
there,
like,
huh?
well, I guess I got to do it now.
Yeah.
So then immediately the next day they posted all of us. And then that's when it just started. Like
How long did it take
to like film.
to film?
It was a whole week. So we
whole
got there on Sunday and then we stayed till Sunday. So yeah, it was spring break. It was actually really fun, but it was like looking at it now.
It looked
it's just
stressful.
like, no, it was super fun. The stressful part was like people are gonna watch this. My parents are gonna watch this.
Bree.
Lawyers, yeah, my girlfriend's gonna watch this. Like,
That's-
so I was
that-
like, I need to, like, I know myself. You just caught that? Like, I know myself, so I'm like, I'm just going to be myself and not be stupid. But it's also, we drank a lot. Like, a lot. Like
Of water.
Yes, a lot of water. So our pre-games were these huge challenges, but that was our pre-game. Then we went out and drank more, bottle service, VIP, stuff like that.
Who was your least favorite person in the house?
I liked everybody.
That's such.
I liked everybody.
Bullshit.
I liked everybody.
Bullshit.
That was such bullshit.
All right.
If you had to spill the tea, bro, let's hear it.
I just feel it's not that they were my least favorite person. I just felt like,
Can I guess?
yeah, I'll give you. It has to be. All right.
It's a guy.
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Okay,
tea right there.
Can I guess your least favorite guy and your least favorite girl?
Yes.
Okay, Olomo is your least favorite guy.
No.
Tom.
No.
Really?
No. Neither of them. Like I liked them
Javon?
all. Javin was cool as hell.
Javin?
He was my favorite.
Okay.
It's Javin.
Okay,
yeah.
so Jamar then.
No. I like all of them.
So you like
now
all the
would
guys.
I be boys with them? No. Do I trust them? No. But would I go out with them? Yes. There's a difference, right? There's people that you're
Okay.
acquaintances with and
But
friends
what I'm
with.
saying is if your least favorite out of the four.
Okay, yes, Mo.
Mo. Ah, I got it right. All right.
He just needed
Nothing,
Yeah,
nothing,
it's like,
nothing
where-
against a kid. Nothing against a kid.
Where you're more, I'll say it to his
Getting
face
something
too. You're an animal. You're crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust you, but I would love
He
to go out with
seems
you.
he seems crazy, but
I was
he
just
seems
with
like a
him
time.
I was just with him at FSU though, so we partied for a little bit.
Bet.
Anyways, but the thing is, again, it's not that they're my least favorite person. It's just you really didn't have a purpose on the show, so why are you there? You know what I mean? And you
That's
already know.
deep.
I'm not gonna say her name because I love her. She's
Okay,
such a sweet
we're not
person.
saying names. We're not saying names.
Don't
No.
say names.
Right, but basically she was the nicest person on the show, but she had no purpose. If that show's about drinking and partying and you're doing neither, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So yes, I love her though.
I
Did you
felt
gain
like,
a lot of followers?
Yeah, I gained like 1,000 I think
1,000
for a week.
for a
Do
week?
people recognize you for that? Like, if do you see someone on the street and they're like, oh,
Yes, actually still to this day because it was last year.
Really?
So like when I mean
wow.
he's been with me when random people come up to me and stuff, which is funny. I always think it's funny.
I've
Like,
seen it firsthand.
Yo, you're that guy. You're that guy from
from that-
You,
from that failed
you
College
do
Weekly
not,
show.
you
Yeah,
do
yeah.
not think it's funny. Every time we go out and
don't
that
think it's
happens,
funny?
the
I would think it's
first,
hilarious.
the first thing he does every time is, "Oh my God, yes, that was me."
I feel
But
bad.
No, but he low key loves it though.
low key, he does.
But I think it's
You
cool.
can't
I think like there's a difference between the girls and like the guys. Like girls are very like condescending about it. Like they're like, "Oh, you're super cocky. You must think you're like, hot shit." I'm just like, "No, like I just did this show. I had fun. That's it." Guys are actually like fangirling, which is funny. They're like, "Yo, can I get a picture with you?"
Guys.
The guys are like, "Yo, can I get a picture with you? Like, can I take a video?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah, why not?"
I feel like that's ironically happening more in today's society more than ever. That guys are coming up to other guys like, "Oh wow."
Like respect, you had fun,
yeah.
you did something cool. Like
But it's just weird to see. I remember, or I used to hear, I guess, that was never the case. It was always girls. "Oh my God, group photo with you."
and there's that too, there's it's like a 50-50 split where there are girls that like think I'm this celebrity, which I think is hilarious because it's this small YouTube show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't show your parents.
Small CG show. Let's just.
I
get
will
that.
say though, the first video got taken down, and I think it had like
Did you guys get kicked out of a house?
yes, we did.
Did you really?
Yeah. But so it was Thursday, I think, and we got evicted from
Oh.
this
But why?
from this Airbnb. We threw a party we weren't supposed to. So then they lied. So
This
then
guy didn't know what was gonna happen.
no, I mean I think it was because of the parking, but I think it was like almost on purpose. And I will say none of that stuff was scripted. Obviously, people were gonna think it's scripted. It wasn't. So
There was no script whatsoever.
no. All I know is I asked Mo. I was like, did they tell you to say stuff? He's like, I mean, all he told me to say was explain the pregame or explain the games that you were doing. So that's it. Everything else was raw.
Improv.
Yeah, basically. So basically, Mo yelling at everybody was just
Yeah, that's basically what the show was, to be honest.
yeah. This really was. But I mean, it was fun. Like, and those people were cool. I mean,
So who paid for all of this? I heard there was a very large budget for this.
it seemed that way because
Who provided all of this stuff?
You didn't
I
pay a
don't
dime
know.
'Cause-
for any
No, I
alcohol.
didn't pay a dime.
For any alcohol.
nope.
that's so
I paid
dope.
$0. All right, I paid for one lunch meal. I paid for one. It was $7. That's when we were leaving.
That's golden.
Did you
Maybe.
fornicate with any of the women on the show?
What is that? No, never. I'm saving myself for marriage.
As you should, brother.
Yeah, Or for my wife.
Wow.
Coming
Future wife.
soon.
Yeah, future wife.
Wow, that's cute.
No, yeah, I feel like if this, because there's only 4 episodes.
I feel like you're like really respectful towards women. Like on the show, like
Yeah.
that's the vibe I got from you. Which
Yeah,
obviously that's the right way to
Yeah,
do
I
it.
respect women. Who doesn't love beautiful women? But at the same time, it's like this is all
Agreed.
on camera. Everything you're saying is on camera. So I don't know. I just feel like
There was one scene that I saw that like some girl was like trying to pee, and then like all the guys were like trying to like to fudge with her, to fuck with her, and you were like blocking her.
Yeah, I felt bad. I was
No,
like,
facts.
And then on top of that, again, we were like drinking all day, so she was probably drunk, and she was just like, I have to pee. I was like, you probably shouldn't pee there, so I just blocked her. I was like, I felt bad. I was like,
No,
they're gonna get this on camera.
It's like a respect thing.
No,
Yeah.
good for you because you're on camera. You don't know who's gonna see that.
Exactly. I'm like, granted, like I do want to do stuff with film, so it's like if someone sees this and I'm like, oh, you.
So you think this would hurt your
100%,
career?
100%. It
So
could.
wait. Okay, so this is a big question. Do you think this
huge.
regret? Do you have regret doing this show?
I don't regret this because I know what I can do, so I don't regret it.
What does that mean
I know that I can bring a lot to film, so I know that I can bring
in terms
out,
of acting?
in terms of acting, comedy, all that stuff. So I know that I can do so much more that even if I did regret it and I was like, damn, like why did I do this? You look at someone like The Rock, he was in WWE.
Yeah.
People still watch it. It's
100
fake.
yeah, it's
People still
fake,
watch it, but
100%.
look at how big he is now. And you look at people like Sylvester Stallone. He was Rocky, right? He did Rocky,
Yeah.
Rambo. He's this huge guy.
There's so many people
He
like that.
he literally made a porno. He was so broke he made a porno
Wait,
to make
who?
movie. Sylvester Stallone.
100%?
But people don't talk about that.
No, but
you know what I mean?
I've
People
never
talk
heard of that in
about
my life.
all the success. So, granted, I'm not gonna make a porno or anything like that. But it's like if you have some regret, things happen, or maybe you might not want. Maybe you shouldn't have done something. But you can just kind of turn.
So
that
do you
around.
put that on your, like, let's say like you're gonna I don't know.
No,
how-
I don't put that on applications.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
I don't do that now.
Like so like if you're going to like a casting call, you don't.
Never. No, I've done like, thankfully I've done like.
You have other work.
Yeah, I've done like 4 short films.
So we can put this stuff all in the link.
No.
That's what YouTubers do. We put stuff in the link. So I'm gonna put.
Actually, well,
We're gonna have a lot of information down in the description box as well. Be sure to check that out.
I'm gonna
check
put
out our
all
website
his
as well.
short films.
oh yeah, okay, yes.
Oh, yeah.
My short films, yes, and nothing
Can I?
against.
Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
I have to get them first. I have one. I
Okay.
just got
Okay.
one.
So send me the one, and we'll put it in the description.
But I will say though, like nothing against the people that made the show because they're cool. They gave me the opportunity. They paid for everything.
I feel like it was a really good idea.
but they didn't follow through with it.
I felt like it was a really good idea, and when I like saw the trailer, and I was like, wow, this could actually like gain a lot of traction. It can be like a really good show.
Yeah.
But like I feel like it's just like they just dropped the ball.
Yeah, they didn't execute it well, and it's not that I'm talking bad because I would say it to their face. and I've said it to
there's
their
nothing like
face.
negative like dragging people. It's just like I just
Yeah.
felt like they just didn't like that. I don't know if it's the business plan or the way that the marketing plan. I just felt like it just didn't gain the traction it shouldn't. They probably feel the same way, honestly.
No, 100%. What they should have done is record it first, edit it first, then start marketing it. You can't market something and say, "Oh, we're gonna drop it next week," and then 2 weeks later go by and you still haven't dropped it.
Oh wait, that happened.
That happened. That didn't happen once. It happened every single episode. It waited and waited. On top of that, not even all the episodes are out. So it's like, I get it. Things happen.
That's the tea right there.
You get in. Another thing too is I don't know if they were making money on it. They didn't pay us, but they paid it for everything. So it's like, okay, you paid for my trip, so I'm not asking for money.
Yeah, facts.
But it's like you did have a good idea. Like this could have been
Yeah, it
something
could have been
huge.
something
Technically,
huge.
it still could be if they do another season, which they
Yeah.
did.
They did.
They did another season. Okay, so
No, they didn't.
yes. Long story short,
Can
so,
we pull up the neighbors and friends on this?
no, put
Is
it
that
up on
possible?
put it up on the.
While we do
Just
wait
cut
for
to that.
While we
I
wait for, okay, I want to pull Adrian's intro up. I want to pull his intro up.
I would love to see that.
Would you love to see that?
I would
I'll
love
let-
to
I'll
see
let
that.
you watch that.
While
Okay.
we do wait,
We could watch the intro later together, but not
Later?
anything else, yes.
Whoa,
After?
whoa.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'll
We
explain
need to
this real
chill.
quick.
Chill. This is my granddaughter.
the
Kid.
entertainment
You need
business
to relax.
is huge.
This kid needs to relax. This is my
Look,
fucking.
look.
This is my fucking granddaughter, bro.
While this plays. Oh, I love that kid. He's wearing my shirt too. The absolute shirt I made him.
Yo, I just want to get Adrian's intro on this. The layup he makes is like slim to none. The most hardest shot I've ever seen.
Start at like, damn, that's me. I'm chugging that. Oof, Jesus.
How long is it? Or until the intro?
Should be like.
I think the
Just skip to
the first
right
episode.
there,
isn't it?
yeah. There it is. Go a little bit. There you go. Start there. That guy's ripped. Our sir's Tom. Very fun guy to party with. Oh, Morgan, Jesus. I feel like if Jacob had to be somebody, he'd be Jamar.
Absolutely
He'd be
not.
Jamar.
Don't you dare.
He kind of looks like Mike
Ellie parties though,
from
like,
Jersey Shore.
He does.
He kind of does.
There you are.
Yeah, that guy. Don't you dare.
Oh no,
compare me to
you
Jamar.
don't.
Absolutely not. I don't fight nobody. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Look at the off Adrian right there.
Dude, The Reality of ESP. That's such a good book. Stay woke.
Yo, I just want to say that Adrian just roasted the shit out of me. He's Jamar. No offense to you.
It wasn't like looks wise. It was more
not looks wise. No,
personality.
that,
Damn, I
no.
got bit by a bug.
I mean, I'm not saying looks wise. I'm saying like, yo, personality wise, I am not like Jamar.
No, you're not. Look, let's get back to what I was saying.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Long story short. You know, okay, the premise of that show was pre-game drinking, you get points, and then if you lose, you have to sleep in the bad room. If you win, you don't. So there's a bunch of challenges.
How do you conclude that show? How do you conclude it?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the ending? What's like?
That's it. So you get points, right? So you doing these drinking challenges, you get points, you win. If you do these random challenges, you get points. That adds up to the end. So towards the end, most of the points, or whoever had the most points, was going to be the host of the next show. They didn't tell us this until Friday, though.
Ah, okay.
But on
now
Tuesday,
it makes sense.
yes, on Tuesday they all gave us this like fat list of random challenges. They didn't explain why. They just gave it to us.
And you can pick whatever you want.
Yeah, but in my head, I'm like, well, if they're giving this to us, they obviously want us to do it. No one was doing them, so I was like, whatever, I'll
I
do
feel
it.
like Jaylen could be good in the show.
Yeah, he would. Like, yeah, you just jump off.
Fun fact, I
jump
actually
off.
did apply for the next season.
Did
I
you
didn't
really?
get it, but yeah.
Did you
I
actually?
Damn. See, there was a next season, right?
There was
Yo,
a
we
next
did
season,
film it.
and that I
Hey,
applied for it.
Neighbors and friends,
I
y'all
kinda-
fucked up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will say that. Hey, but
Yeah, and basically, long
live
story
and you
short,
learn.
we did another season, and I was the host. So if you didn't know,
Wait, you?
You were
yes,
the
I won
host?
the show.
You won it?
Yes, I won the show.
Congratulations.
Yes. Yes. So I had the most points.
Congrats to
No,
Adrian.
you did not.
I swear to God, I have videos. I have Snapchats. Actually, I'll show you videos. Just put it
Wait,
up.
wait.
Yes. So
We'll see that.
Because I
Down
can't
the
lie.
line.
The show sucks so much. I would probably watch maybe one episode, and I didn't know you won. But I'm glad that the only person I knew in the show won. I
Yeah.
feel like that is an accomplishment in my own life. Like I accomplished something that you won.
yeah. So yes, you did. So if you look on the intro, there's a part in the intro where it's me and Lacey, and we're together. We both won. So that was the last scene.
Who's Lacey?
This work girl from Jupiter. Girl with the glasses.
With the glasses.
Girl with the glasses. Yeah. So me and her won. We had the most points. She couldn't host the next show though.
Because she came.
Some stuff, yeah.
Scheduling, whatever.
Yes. So we ended up going to California and filming there. 4 different girls, 4 different guys, and then I was the host.
Were you?
There's a lot.
That
going on
What do you
there.
do as the
Is
host?
this
Like,
on YouTube?
What Mo did, but I was more like myself.
okay.
I wasn't as,
Friendlier?
but I did have to
And
like.
not so abrasive.
There's
Yeah.
really a lot that goes into that. From before, like I was gonna say, there's a lot that goes into the entertainment business that people don't know about. It's not just you wake up, you get in front of a camera, and
Yeah.
boom, you're putting out content. No, you gotta market yourself properly. You have to have proper editing. You have to have proper directors, editors, marketers who are gonna really make you pop on the screen. Just like in the film industry, people don't. Will Smith, Michael B. Jordan, they don't just get on a big screen and just make it
twin.
happen.
Ever.
So while they were telling you this to have they didn't already have a set script for you. They were just like, say this is how we
Say
want
how
you
you
to
say
it.
almost say it how
This
you
is-
want it and explain the game, and that was it. That's the only thing that was kind of
Did
like.
you get paid to be a
scripted.
host?
No, but they paid for my trip. They paid for my food. They paid for my everything else.
That's payment right there.
basically payment.
That's an experience.
And it is exposure because I did meet a lot of
Exposure as
people
well.
like my buddy Mike Smith, who I love. So Mike Smith is this genius. He's a director. He lives in California. He's amazing on camera. So he's worked with a lot of people like artists, and he actually just made his first short film as a director. So things like that. That's like that we like roast and we joke about it, but it's like the good thing that I did take away is the networking aspect of it.
So that's a big advantage right there.
100%.
That's definitely going to help you down the line for sure. Mm-hmm. And that's also another thing, how we said earlier, how we got back into the improv showcase scene, and we're still rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
from
man.
there.
I feel like we always talked about it, and like we got really close like this last year. But I feel like every time we would go out or we were just hanging out, we always talked about film, or we always talked about improv, being on stage. And then you brought up that you did it in high school, so I was like, why are you waiting? Like, you're tall, you're an attractive guy, you're smart.
Right.
Like, why have you been waiting? So it took you a couple months. But I was like, see, I told you, like, you should have been doing this with me, and now we're doing it together. So
It's happening.
It's dope.
Killing it right now, man. I really want to say thank you for that, for real.
of course, man.
Really hope.
Of course.
That's a nice moment.
Start-
For real,
Hater.
No,
Don't be hating
no,
over here.
honestly, I'm not hating at all. I actually think that's like a super dope moment, 100%.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people don't know that. Like, I acted for a very long time.
I had honestly no idea.
For
I
4
had no
years,
idea.
I was also in the Wizard of Oz in elementary school. I was
I
a
love
tin
that,
man.
Jaylen.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Appreciate that.
amazing.
I was a tin man, so that was a great
Ooh.
time.
Oh,
Bye.
you should have been that for Halloween.
I should
Could have
have.
been the line.
I was actually
I
traveling.
could have been Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Oh,
Producing content.
Yeah,
You
yeah, you
could
could
have.
have.
You could have been the
Dorothy.
dog.
Yeah, you could have been Dorothy.
okay. First of all, if anything, I was gonna be Dorothy because I should be the main actress. But if not Dorothy, then probably the lion, maybe.
Who's the lion?
Or-
lion.
The
Oh,
scarecrow.
yeah, hair,
The
and I have no hair, so
Scarecrow.
I can't be the lion.
You could have just been
Scarecrow.
the Yellow Brick Road, bro.
Or
The
what about
witch?
that big guy?
So
what, I get
Or
walked
Oz.
over?
You could have been Oz.
The witch.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god, it could have been
The
the
witch?
The
Ooh, I
witch.
could have been the witch.
The witch.
I have a big nose. I can paint my face green.
I wasn't gonna say it, but like,
I mean,
It's
I'll
there.
just say it. So it's all good. I'll say it. Make fun of me.
I like
It's
your
all
cut,
fun.
by the way.
Appreciate it. Hey,
It's
yo,
almost like
it kind of okay. It kind of looks like you, doesn't it? Hold it up.
Yo.
Show all the people at home. what you're looking
Let
like.
me know. Me and Olaf, this is my spirit animal, straight up.
Can you say one of his lines for us?
just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Frozen. And
say
Frozen
that.
2 in
Frozen.
theaters. Now, go watch it.
Oh
It
yeah. I'm
is in
actually going to
theaters.
see that
It
tomorrow.
broke records. How do I know that? Because I'm
Dude, I almost
Olaf.
cramped up.
That's how I know that.
He's the main character, guys. Plot twist.
I do have one question to ask. One to Bree. I'm gonna hold
Okay.
that one.
To my wife.
Okay, let's relax. You have to ask me for marriage first. What are you doing now? Because you did Neighbor and Friends. It was a peak.
You said
a peak.
Bree. You said you're gonna
I
ask
was gonna
Bree.
wait on it.
I said I was gonna wait.
oh.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm respectful.
actors. I know actors are slow, but I'm gonna need you to keep up. So, listen, you did Neighbors and Friends, huge YouTube. I'm talking like this was a hit show, all over. It made the networks. It made all of that stuff, whatever that means. What are you doing now?
I just recently got signed to an agency in Orlando. So I was actually in Miami. I remember we talked that
For
a
male
little bit.
shows?
For what?
What?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was a stripper. Yeah, I
Okay.
wish. You know how much money
There's
we
so
could make
much
if
money.
we were
I've been
strippers?
thinking about it.
Like we just go
But
Channing
I'm too ugly
Tatum.
to do it, so I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, but if you're ripped, they're not looking at.
Nah, I'm
you know
not
what I
ripped.
mean?
I'm not
You just
ripped.
gotta shake your ass a little bit.
I'm recently vegetarian because I'm trying to get ripped. Very tough. But moving
Okay,
forward.
But yes, I recently got signed to an agency. So
For
they
modeling.
and acting.
Okay.
So it's like commercial film, which isn't like that's kind of why like me and Jen talk a lot about it. That's why I feel like personally we need to leave and go to like either New York or California, just because that there's just so much work with a bunch of film. Even if you're being an extra, which I'm not necessarily looking for that type of work. I want to try to, but it's just like internships, right? Or just like jobs. These people want someone with experience.
No,
So if you don't have
100%.
experience, they're not really
100%.
gonna hire you. That's why I've done short
Actually,
films
I
and
actually have
things
two
like that.
friends. Look, one of my close friends is she's like an assistant at like a major production company. So I 100%. I'll text her.
What's up,
100%.
girl?
I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget about me over here. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get on,
Jaylen,
yeah.
Jaylen.
on the big screen as well.
Yo, honestly, I'm low key Jalen's biggest fan, and I believe in 100% that he
Me
will
too.
be successful.
Me
Like
too.
110%. He just needs to
Thanks,
be
friends.
put in the right place, and once he gets that that right spot, that sweet spot, like he's gonna blow up.
We're doing it.
100%.
And that's a part of my bad. I didn't finish it all. And that's what. So there is something that I'm doing, and Jen is helping a little bit about it. I guess I can talk about it now. I'm not gonna keep waiting. It's like a season that I'm doing. Some of it has been filmed. Some of it hasn't.
A season
so it's
of
like
what, though?
season of just like skits, right? So it's gonna be on Twitter, on Facebook, on I don't know about Instagram yet, but all right. So think of Jimmy Tatro. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah,
He's the
of
guy who
course.
did the Real Bros of Simi Valley.
Yeah, I
So
love that show.
before that, he did a bunch of just skits, comedy, and videos. But the way he filmed it, they look like movies. The way they're shot
Did
shot
he?
very good. They're shot
I
very
know he started
clean.
with like the
frat
fraternity,
stuff.
yeah, the frat stuff. That's how he
He
started.
got famous from that,
Yeah.
and then I guess once that kind of took off, he really films pretty well. So that's kind of how I'm filming it. There's a lot of guys that have great content. They're very funny,
Yeah,
but
facts.
their quality is shit. So it's like
In terms of
and how they're filming
camera.
it. It's like it's on their phone, which isn't bad, but it's just how they're filming it. It's
So-
like really funny stuff.
So you're saying you're gonna do it with a better camera, edit it better.
It's not even about the camera, but yeah, it's basically about how I'm shooting it. It's just how it's shot like a movie or it's shot like a film.
And
So,
I'm assuming you use your pre-existing like your hobbies like photography and all
Yeah.
those other things to like contribute to
yeah,
it.
and it just I've seen a lot of interviews. I've read a lot of stuff, watched a lot of videos.
So
and it's just like from.
Is it
just
safe
doing
to say like this is what you want to do with your future? Like 100%.
100%.
Like you want
Yeah.
not necessarily Hollywood, but you want to act, you want to model.
Yeah, like anything that deals with art, even if it's poetry, music, film, like stuff that deals with art. I've always had an interest in art, but I feel like I had a job at a 9-to-5 working in sales, great money, but it's not necessarily what I want to do. But there's an aspect where I want to get involved eventually in real estate and fitness
100%.
and anything that deals with business, like being what the hell is the word? It's like where people go to you for money. There's a name for it, an angel investor. So things like that. That's the huge aspect that I want to get into when I'm like, you know, a little bit older. But it's like in my head, my perspective is I can always make money anytime I want. I can always make money when I'm 30.
I mean,
so I'm
there's
not
so
in a
many ways to
rush.
make money. Yeah.
Exactly. Like it's not hard to
Everybody
make money.
wants to make money.
Yeah, you just hustle. But if I can make money doing what I want to do, then that's my thing. If I can do it with my passion.
I have a question this is like what keeps coming up in my head is what makes you different? Because I feel like there's so many guys who want to do the same exact thing that you do, but what makes Adrian Garcia different than all those other guys?
Just I feel like stories. Like I feel like I can bring something out that's like genuine. I feel like a lot of people just want to be famous. They want Hollywood. I don't really care for that. If it was up to me, I would be. That's why I want to get into directing. I would rather be behind the scenes. But
I'm the same way.
some people, you're like, I'm gonna use Jaylen. Jaylen's tall, he's attractive, he's good on camera.
100%.
So use that. And I've told him that. Use that. You know what I mean? And some people are blessed to be tall or have light eyes or long hair, whatever the case may be. So
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, use
It's
it.
a lot of work.
You know what I mean?
You were just an extra in a film, right?
I wasn't actually an extra. I was a supporting.
You were a
role.
supporting
I
role.
was a supporting
Whoa,
role. I
that's
wasn't an
my
extra.
bad.
Yeah, you're
that's
bad.
huge.
No,
Yeah,
100%.
short film. It's actually dropping in 2020. It's actually going to be submitted into film festivals 2020.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to be able, the whole cast and crew is going to be there seeing if we get nominated for anything. And that's going to be my first short film official. So that's going to launch me up, see where we're going to go.
Is that going to be showcased in Orlando?
No, film festivals 2020 is, it's in Florida this year.
So they could basically submit it anywhere. It could be
You
in
can
Chicago.
submit it, yeah.
And I'm trying to go watch this. I don't know about
Yeah,
y'all.
you'll
I'm trying
definitely
to
be
watch
able to
this.
watch it. Once I get the content, I'm definitely going to post it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch this 100%.
You'll definitely be able to see it. It was a great time. It was
I mean, after Neighbors and Friends, it's like it's way easier to go up from there.
Yeah.
So I feel like
You can
you're gonna
only
do-
go up from there.
I feel like you're gonna do a great job. I feel like you're gonna do a great
Sweating.
job.
Yeah, so with that, I wake up every single day and probably apply for 4 or 5 roles a day.
Yeah, that's how you eat. That's how you
So
do it.
with
100%.
that's what really separates those people who
Yep.
want to just be a film star
Yeah,
and
take
just want to.
action.
Yeah, literally action. That's all it is. Adrian's been taking action.
Yeah,
No,
like
100%.
just like
Killing it,
the
man.
improv stuff. It's like if you want, like I feel like what sets us apart is like just repetition, right? And anything you want to do, whether it's just being good at sports, being good at business,
Right.
talking to people. If you want to get more comfortable with speaking in front of people, you have to do it.
Yeah, facts.
So I feel
Facts.
like what sets us apart is like, I don't know, just doing a bunch of research, finding who you can kind of, I guess, not copy, but there's actors that you
Get
can
inspired.
Emulate.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because there, at least I
Facts.
learned one thing from
100%,
this,
100%.
what was it called? Miami. I took some class in Miami for film. That's one thing I like noticed that this guy was telling us. Try to watch somebody like, all right, a perfect example for Jaylen would be Marcus B. Jordan.
Okay.
Right?
Michael
You
B.
Michael B.
Jordan.
Jordan. Sorry, Michael B. Jordan. I think Marcus is his dad.
I love Michael B. Jordan.
I
Yeah,
love
he's
him
a
too.
dope actor.
Um,
Are you trying to become an actor, Bree? What are you doing?
Me, I'm trying to go to medical school. That's
Wow.
my that's
And
my
she's
ultimate
smart.
goal.
And she's smart.
Yeah. So hopefully
She's
by
smart
next year
and
I'll be
she's loyal.
applying, and then
love that.
Okay, but question:
what's up?
what if this podcast blows up and everyone just loves you? Are you
I
still
think
gonna-
they will.
Yeah, you'll probably blow
I
up and
think I
become
can do
famous.
both.
Ooh.
I think that'd be a good hobby for me.
You think
What
you
a
can make it on
wife.
Grey's Anatomy? Yeah?
I can be like Grey's Anatomy has a person who tells them about the medical stuff, so I could be that person.
Okay, that's a supporting role right
Listen,
there.
yeah.
So,
That's
so
nice.
Adrian, he's trying to be an actor. Most of the time, it doesn't work out. How would you feel about him being a stay-at-home dad?
No,
or like
hell
a-
no, I don't be no stay on
I would
that.
love that.
You would love that.
I would
right?
love that. I'm
'Cause you'd be
definitely
a
the work.
doctor.
I'm definitely the working.
Yeah, so,
you know,
so
the
you
worker.
make all the money, and then he'll try to be an actor, and then also take care of the kids.
I mean,
That'd be great.
So how
I'm
do
gonna
you
take
feel
care. I'm
about
gonna.
that?
I love kids. I
I
love
think
it.
you'd be great with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
How
wait
do you
to have a
actually
bunch.
feel though about stay-at-home dads? I know this is a little bit off topic, but since
It is a.
Yeah,
That
if
is,
I
you're the
would be a
woman
stay-at-home
on
dad, I
set,
would
how do you feel
100% be
about
down.
that?
I definitely think that I'm gonna need one
Yeah.
Just because,
Why
like,
is that?
what I want to do with my life, like, I can't be there all the time.
We'll figure it out.
Okay,
But
great.
I'm not gonna be a stay-at-home dad.
I don't like where
We'll
this is going.
figure
I
it
just want
out.
to say something. I want to stop this. I'm gonna nip it right in the butt. Adrian, we're friends, dude. I love you as a person. But before
And we're
this,
neighbors.
Yeah. Neighbors and friends. Listen, before anything goes any further, I'm gonna need we need to communicate, bro.
Yes, let's
It's all him,
communicate.
Jay. It's all
Yes,
him.
let's communicate.
Because this face right here, I'm gonna tell you right now, evil.
Dude, I was so young, man.
How old were you in this?
I was like 17, 18. That was my senior year of high school.
How did I get this picture?
It looks nothing like you.
I know.
Yeah, you
The
look
eyes
young.
are
really-
over
it really
there. Where's
doesn't.
the eye color?
This is like
You
black.
actually look like one of my close friends. I have to show you a picture of him. It's funny.
He must be pretty.
So we are all in Greek life.
Oh my god.
At
This
one
guy's
point.
full of shit.
Who? I wasn't.
You mentioned you were in Greek life. How has that helped you? With
It's actually a
you're
good
trying to
question.
do?
Yeah, all jokes aside, that is a good question.
It's helped me in a lot of ways, like outside of Greek life wise, that I never thought it would, because I judged Greek life so hard before I joined it.
We all do.
Right, we all.
Yeah.
I think you speak for all of us here.
But I mean, like, for today, I got a job, and like I wouldn't have gotten it if I wasn't in Greek life,
That's
So-
huge.
and I would have never thought that it would have done that for me. Like, you know, I just thought it was like partying and like boys.
I was gonna ask. So, what did you judge at first? Was it the parties and the boys and the things that you saw on like TV and movies and stuff?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. And I joined as a sophomore, like Greek life, because I was like, my freshman year, I was like, I want to be a doctor. Like, I
That's
can't be a
it,
sorority
huh?
girl. But no, it's worked out so great for me. Like, I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, connections.
Yeah,
For
Greek
sure.
life
So
has.
many.
I think Greek
It's
life has
insane.
helped all of us for
100%,
sure.
110%, 110%. For me, Greek life is like
What made you join? Because I know for sure. Like, I'm gonna ask you this, and then I want to know why you. Did not want to join at first, but why
At
did
all.
you?
I mean, I feel like we both come from like Latin families.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of like my Latino family, like they don't understand what fraternities are. They don't like it's not a thing. And so when I told my mom that I was going to join a fraternity, she didn't understand what it was. And then when I kind of got into it, and I took like more like roles in it, and I actually like learned how to be a man. Like it taught me like a bunch of like really good life lessons
Like
that
discipline.
facts that like I apply to my life to this day. I apply like my organizational skills, how to be a leader.
Time management. For
No,
sure.
facts.
Yeah,
My time
for
management was
sure.
I have hella ADHD, and joining a fraternity, being a pledge, like everyone like, oh, you get hazed, all these other different things, but like you really actually do, if it's the right process,
You get so much done.
you get so much done. You actually learn how to time manage that. Like when I got
Right.
to the point that like I had to like manage my classes, manage a job, manage a business like this, I still use the exact things that I learned doing pledging to manage this exact business, this podcast. It's honestly, it literally helped me through my anxiety, bro. Like it's changed my life, and everyone thinks it's like a really, it is a superficial like thing, but if it's only superficial if you make it that way.
Yeah.
Right, because when I first joined, it was really superficial. But then, as I got to the point that I was like, "Yo, all this, it really doesn't matter. It's so fake." And I started befriending people in different fraternities, like Jaylen, like Adrian. And it got to the point that we all just became friends, and it was just about like all of us becoming better, right? And that's the point of this podcast itself. It's like if we can all just like make it like have a platform that we can all just like just make ourselves better, and like Jaylen go to Hollywood and become a star, and Adrian fulfill whatever he wants, directing, acting, Bree become a phenomenal doctor. Like if we can do those things on this podcast, starting here, and we can look back on it, to me, that's what like I've learned that, and that's what this podcast is about. I know it's a little off topic, and
It's literally a community. Honestly.
facts.
To back off that, honestly, the reason I did join a fraternity kind of was more because of the superficial thing. I think
Yeah,
it's because
facts.
I knew people from before, like who were in it before me, and I was like, oh, I want to uphold this party kid mentality that I was holding in high school, and I was like, you know what, like. That's the same thing in college.
Yeah.
That's the way I can do
Yeah.
it. Not as if like, oh, I'm trying to be the man. I'm trying to be something I'm not. I just kind of always knew I could maintain that quota of being a partier and being the
Dude,
face.
See, I didn't know that. See, I feel like I never had that in high school. Like the first time I drank was when I was 20. It was the year I was turning 21. It was for my
Really?
brother's
Water,
birthday.
because it's illegal to drink alcohol
Right,
when
exactly.
you're
Yeah,
21.
I drink water. for the
Yeah,
first time.
drinking a lot of water.
And then in college is when I did it. You know what I mean? I guess there's no right way of like partying or drinking.
But why'd you join
Yeah.
the fraternity you joined? I feel like the fraternity you joined didn't fit your
I didn't
vibe.
do research. I didn't know how the whole process was. It was really Felipe, right? Nothing against him. He was just like, hey, let's join this fraternity. One of our buddies were in it. So I was like, no, I'm good. We were playing basketball. those kids happened to be playing against me, and they're like, "Hey, we're having some rush event." I was like, "What is that?" They explained it.
So, so you had absolutely no idea.
I knew about the partying and all that stuff. I didn't know the process.
So you knew what a fraternity was, but you had no idea like what that fraternity was about or anything about the UCF Greek life.
No,
nothing.
No, I didn't know what Phi Delta was. I didn't know what Kappa Sig was, Sigma Chi, DU, ATO. I didn't know what that was. They were just letters.
I
to
really
me.
didn't until I got here. Either.
But then
I had to do
But
my
then
research.
once I was like midway through and I was meeting all these people, I was like, okay, so maybe I should. And I could have easily just been like, it's not for me. But the kids that I met, they were cool.
Yeah, they're super dope guys.
But like I feel like when I was done with it, I was like done with it 2 semesters in, and that's when I met Jaylen and like Warner and Izzy and like, people that were on another fraternity.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is it that we're separated? Why do they try to separate it? And then
facts.
I was almost like a black sheep because I was like hanging out with DU, I was hanging out with
Boys with
Fido.
everyone, you're boys with
Exactly.
everyone.
I
I feel
was
like
like,
you're
why is it a bad thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's literally one community.
exactly.
And you
facts.
see
But we're
that a
doing
lot
something.
more.
And it was like, I'm hanging out with these people in different fraternities, but it's like, I'm hanging out with people that are doing something.
Big
Maybe
facts.
that's why I'm not hanging
Huge
out with
facts.
certain people, because all you guys want to do is get blacked out and party all night, and I want to do something else, but I'm the bad guy. You know? So
That's a societal thing, man. It
but-
really is. Society today that really paints that picture
Facts.
that you have to be like everyone else.
Yeah.
If you're not upholding that standard of being in the limelight, doing something, getting all these likes, getting all these views on whatever platform it may be, that's where that comes in.
I have an interesting question is, like, do you feel like, I feel like you're a very intellectual person, obviously, and
Thank you.
It's you're a lot deeper than you portray, and I feel like the Neighbors and Friends show, like, is a completely different person than you. I feel like you're very much very artsy. You're a very like personal person. Like, you like to get to know people and like really like sympathize with them, right? Like when I conversate with you, I feel like we
It's
really,
just us, yeah.
right? I feel like you're listening and you're actually grasping what, like, not just listening, but you're actually like, it's like, how do I explain this? It's like
I'm in the conversation
right?
with you.
You're listening to understand instead of listening to respond, right? And I feel like that's a completely different thing than what Neighbor and Friends was. So like, do you think that's like a different like? What's a good question? Like, do you think that's a false
It's
representation?
almost like a face, right? It's almost like having
like you were
this-
acting. Do you feel?
A little bit. Like what you're getting at, I think, which you're smart because you pick up on it, because you can pick up on.
I don't know if I'm smart, but I feel like I feel like I just picked up because I know you, right? So I feel anyone who like knew you can see that, right?
Yeah, so some people don't know that, right? So some people think that I'm this big frat star, this drinker, I party, and it's like, not really. If you see, and a lot of people think that, and I'm like, great, have that. They have this perception of me on Instagram because I do take these photos, or I have people take photos of me, and it's like I just like it because it's fun, right? So people, I let people think that that's who I am with their perception, because I don't care, but I know who I am, and the closest people know how I am, and to me, I feel like I only have that with very few people. But I want to have that with people that I feel like get it and that I have like that I respect. I'm not gonna have that almost like friends, right? You can be friends with close people, but you can have a bunch of acquaintances.
100%.
I have a bunch of acquaintances, but I have very few close friends. But those close friends really know how I am. But everybody else has a different perspective on how I am.
I had that same perspective of you actually when I first met you.
Did you really?
I 100%.
Wait,
I 100%.
whoa,
I
wait,
100%.
what?
That's interesting.
That's way. I gotta hear this.
I want to say 2 points. First, I'm gonna go to Jaylen, and then I'm gonna go to Bree, because Bree is brand new to the Greek life. She's younger than us, and I want to see your perspective on like what Greek life is and like the superficial aspect of it. Because I mean, you're in a sorority where like every picture has to be perfect. It needs to be edited. I want to hear the tea about that. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But Jaylen, 100%, 110%. When I first met you, when I first met Jaylen,
Where did you first meet me?
the first time we met was at pub.
Oh, I love that.
Oh
We
man.
met at pub, and Alex was there, and we had just won an event, and you came.
Wait,
up,
was it Zeta Live?
yes, it was. And you came up to me, and you were like, "Yo, listen, how much do your alumni pay for you guys to win?" And I was just like,
Oh my
I was like, yo,
God.
this guy is talking so much trash to me right now. And honestly, we didn't have like we had no support, but that's besides the point. Jaylen just I've never met the guy in my life. And he just comes steaming up to me. Yo, listen, bro. how much did you guys your alumni had to pay for that? I was like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? and then the next time I see him, like later that night, he was completely blacked out, and I was like, yo, this guy seems like the prototypical good-looking guy, tall, like Adrian said, prototypical frat guy. Like this guy was drinking, had a bunch of girls with him, like, and that's me like being really superficial and like judging him 100%, right? Like I can't lie that I'm like, oh, I always knew he was a good person, because I didn't. I know I really didn't. And so when I saw him that night, whatever it was, my own psyche or whatever feelings I had towards him, or him like kind of like bashing me, whatever it was, like the way I saw him that night, I felt like you were so like the prototypical frat guy, and I was like, yo, I don't like this kid.
I do remember seeing you at one of like the meal plans, and you came in, and the first thing you did was like try me. I can't remember.
Did I? No, I didn't.
I cannot remember. It was you and Alex, actually. You guys were both there. It was, I don't know what it was for, but the first thing you said to me, I was like, yo, hey, what's up? And you just tried me and walked away.
I
and I was like,
apologize.
yo.
Wow.
I apologize.
But I remember that, and I had to ask one of the girls, I was like, yo, did I do something to this kid?
I feel so
Hit a
bad.
nerve.
I feel so bad.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what happened, but
I feel like that's like the alpha male thing that like you like.
You're an alpha male?
No. Actually, I don't think that.
I'm kidding. You are.
That was.
I feel like it's like a societal thing. Like I feel like we like men think that we need to like I don't know, like,
bulk up kind of always.
Like you were like a threat to me, right? So it's like
Right.
you're in a different fraternity, so I had to be like, I guess I'm just assuming, but when I did meet you and you tried me, I was like, oh, he tried me. Who does he think he is? My ego kicked in, right? And I was just kind of like, nah, I'm not cool with that. Let me try him back. And like looking back on that, like that was all bullshit, right? Like at the end of the day, like
we could look back on that now
facts,
and just laugh, like, yo, were we that stupid?
Literally. And now I look like at the younger guys who just got into college, and I see them going through the exact same thing. I feel you see that, right? Like 100%. They all go to the bars and they drink the same.
It's the same thing we were doing.
It's like a cycle. It's like the same thing over and over again.
Always.
And it makes me like, I look back on it and I'm just like, was I just like that? And like it irks me a little bit. I swear to God.
Because the answer is yes.
Yeah, because the answer is yes. Exactly.
What were you gonna ask Bree earlier?
What I was gonna ask Bree is, well, I already asked it, but I'll ask it again. Is you're brand new to the scene, so like you're in it, you're in the mix.
So in it, yeah.
You are
so in it, literally.
You're in the mix. What, like when you first came to it, like does Greek life, like, is it like superficial to you right now? Or, like, do you see that, or is it like kind of like, I don't know, it's from the sorority side, it's like weirder.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Being in it now, I see both sides. I see why, like, when I wasn't in Greek life, I saw what I saw, and I try to break that being in my sorority, because I like being nice to everyone. I talk to anyone. Jaylen knows this. I'll literally speak to anyone who's in front of me. Literally. Like, I just love talking to people. But when you're outside of a sorority, that's so intimidating. Like, just a group of girls who are sisters, and like, you don't feel like you can just go up to them and just talk to them at the bar. Like,
that is
I did that.
Did you
and
really?
I met girls in Katie. I met girls in Zayden and all these sororities that like are there now. And I was like, you know what? They're actually kind of cool. So then I just went for it, not knowing that I was going to actually join. Like, I just kind of rushed.
And not every girl does that, obviously.
Yeah. No, they don't.
I feel like it's very like especially for guys, it's way different, because guys is just kind of like a macho thing, which is easy to get over.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of girls, it's like you have this social media appearance, the amount of followers, your makeup, the way you dress. Like, there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of pressure. Like, it stresses me out to the point. Like, I swear to God,
it still gives me anxiety. Like, and I'm already in my sorority. Like, I don't have to prove anything to them, but like, it's a lot. But once I'm in it, though, I mean, I love my sorority. Like, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. But it is there, like that stigma and that intimidation is totally there, and like, it does suck, and it sucks that it is like that.
Do you feel like you always like catch yourself having to have to impress someone else or impress people in your sorority too, like keeping up? Like,
honest answer.
Yeah, honest answer. I'm
honest
actually curious
answer,
about that.
No, but I think there are people who do, and that makes me sad. I try to.
But why don't you?
I just don't care enough. Like, I really don't. And like, I'm kind of in a comfortable place. Like, I don't know. Like, I just kind of do my own thing. I'm also really busy with school. So like, I'm not too facey within my sorority, I guess you would say. Like,
quote unquote.
I think I'm very busy doing my own things, but there are people who aren't. Like, and that's okay. You can grow within leadership within your sorority, but with that comes like having to be like that person who impresses everyone, and everyone takes their own path, and like, that's cool too.
What's
like,
your favorite filter? I'm kidding.
Is that Visco?
It's on Visco
I
Cam?
actually, I don't know how to use those, so I send them to my friends in our group chat, and they'll edit it for me.
I look ugly in every
Because apparently
filter,
they cost money.
It doesn't matter to
Yeah,
me.
So
I've
you're
heard
pretty.
that.
They cost
pretty.
money.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I've heard that those apps actually
Yeah, I
cost
send them to my
money.
best friend. I'm like, can you just edit this? She's like, yeah,
Can I send her mine?
you can. She's really good at
Alright,
it.
cool.
I literally just post mine. Nah, I'm not gonna tell my secrets. But
Oh, okay.
Well, listen. I feel like anything else, any tea you want to spill before we close this out.
You can ask me what do you want me to spill?
I don't know.
I
bro.
think he's covered a
I
lot.
feel like you covered a lot.
Covered a
bro.
lot of tea.
I'm gonna be on another show. I can't. All right. So the network is 3 letters. That's all I can talk about.
Okay, so
Alright, word.
so this is your time to plug whatever you got going on that camera and that camera. If you have anything you want to say to the people, to the SIXFAM, anyone.
Oh well, I want to thank you guys, all you guys, guys behind the camera. Obviously, you guys, the guys
Appreciate
that run
it.
the show.
Of course, man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I mean, I love you guys, but I love the fact that you guys are hustling because I'm the same way. I
Yeah,
love to hustle,
facts.
so I have so much respect for what you're doing, and just keep taking action. And I don't have to tell you this to both of you. You don't have to listen to what people say because they want to be doing the things that you're doing. And
I like
the
that.
people that
I like
are
that a lot.
genuine respect it. So keep doing what you're doing,
Facts.
and I'm here for it. But
Facts.
other than that, thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Bree, appreciate you coming as a guest host.
Of course, thank
I-
you guys.
I
I'm so glad
appreciate
I
it
could
so
be here.
much.
Yeah, thank you for coming, Bree.
Thank you for coming,
it was
Adrian.
Okay,
It was a pleasure to meet you.
We
It
need,
was.
We need
There
to
was a bit of a
stop
spark
this.
on
All
camera.
right.
We need to stop this right.
I can't wait till we're done recording. so
If
we
there's
can talk.
anything else that you may have missed, be on the lookout down in the descriptions below. We're going to have the minute-by-minute breakdown as well as show notes, so be on the lookout for that. Be sure to visit the official Six Gear website as well. We're going to be
And
having...
your channel as well.
And my channel as well. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at just Jaylen. That's 2 T's, Jaylen.
And we're gonna be performing in like March.
And we
Where?
will be performing at SAT Comedy Lab. That's downtown
We'll be there.
Orlando.
We'll be there. Facts.
Be
You
there.
going?
I want to go.
All right, bet. We'll carpool. We'll carpool.
Improv,
bet.
baby.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to share.
Yeah.
Be sure to comment.
So to close this out, I appreciate you guys watching us. This is us just being natural, talking shit, and enjoying our time. Honestly, this is literally what this podcast is about. Just like interviewing people how we would if there was no camera. And
Exactly.
come,
like that.
yeah, right. Come on this ride with us. We're gonna have a lot of interesting people on. We'll have Adrian back 100%. We'll have Bree back 100%. Me and Jaylen are gonna be riding this train, and I hope you guys are gonna ride this train with us. All right, so.
Be great.
Be great. Like, subscribe for the love of God. Don't miss out. All right, don't miss out. And that's pretty much it.